A person who is genuinely interested in you will take the time, make effort to learn everything about you. They will work to earn you, to be deserving or worthy of having you. When a man or woman, whatever your preference is, asks you, like, what's your type? Or what do you look for in a relationship? Don't easily give in and just give the whole blueprint. Or don't be quick to give out your list of stereotypical type of people, like, oh, they need to be of this height, or they need to be in this specific caliber. Like, because 9 times out of 10, that list that you made, especially that is mainly leaning more towards the aesthetics of a person, you're not going to get that. You're not always going to get that. You should just want a person that treats you well, that treats you good. Doesn't matter how they look, as long as their actions are genuine and they are proving to you and they are consistent with putting forth effort to learning you, that should be all that matters. Not how much money they have, or don't bring out your list of stereotypical ideologies of a person, such as, oh, they have to be this height, they have to make this much money. And 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna, the person you're in love with or the person that was made for you is probably not gonna have half of what you have on that list. And half or majority of what a lot of y'all be putting on this list doesn't even have anything to do with what you want from a person emotionally and mentally. It's all about physical attributions or what they bank account look like. It's never, I just want, a person who's genuine, a person who is really willing to learn me and do whatever it takes to earn me, and vice versa. When those questions are asked, you could simply give a response like a source of genuine connection, commitment, and consistency that is in alignment with who I am, from a good man or woman. Again, whatever your preference is, and let them do the work to figure it out by learning you. Be mystique in your presentation of self. Be mindful of who you allow access to. Have a little mystery about yourself. You don't have to necessarily use that response in particular, but when you respond like that, it forces a person to show up as their authentic self, rather than, using their mouth to talk or say things that are cliche based off of what they think or feel you want to know and hear. If you allow people to talk long enough, they will eventually reveal themselves. Some people will literally listen to what you say and watch what you do, and literally play by play use everything against you, to use you, control you, and manipulate you. It can really trick you into thinking that they are the one. There are other discussions that you can have of substance, such as asking them about their hobbies, careers, what are their future plans after they retire, or what are their future plans in general. You can have political conversations. Simple. Some people are going to be ignorant, and some will say or may question, isn't that worse? Or why not just be straightforward? The answer is simple. Most men and women, especially men, whose intentions were never genuine to begin with, won't waste their time trying to invest in someone who knows their self-worth, who can't be played with, avoids the actions of them trying to morph into something that is not authentic to their true selves. It avoids the actions of them pretending in general. Basically, a sheep in wolf's clothing. When they realize how easy it will not be and see that you are standing firm on your morals, integrity, like I said before, generally knowing your worth, you can spot BS from a mile away. You're not moved by money, materialistic things, lust, or good talk game. That will determine whether they fall in line or not. If allowed, they will play the game for as long as they can in order to get what they want. Because believe it or not, some people are just that mentally unstable and sick and will really do or go the extra mile. Some people will literally do anything or go the extra mile to get what they want. Literally. And that's not saying that it's okay or that what they're doing is right, but this is why self-love and self-worth is important. You have some people who make it seem like self-love is not as beneficial as some people make it seem. And that's because a lot of the time, a lot of people who promote self-love are not doing it right. Self-love has nothing to do with getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your toes done. Like, it has nothing to do with materialistic things, name brand fashion. Like, it has literally nothing to do with that. Self-love is not a aesthetic. It's not about who you are on the outside. It's about who you are on the inside and the amount of work that you are willing to put in to discover who you genuinely are. Self-love is about healing yourself. Facing all your trauma, all your suffering, all your pain head on. Instead of coping, you're healing. That is what self-love is supposed to provide for you. A healing journey, not just something that you can just cope with by involving yourself in things that really don't benefit you at all. And know the difference between someone who is healing versus someone who is coping. A person that is healing, you're definitely going to see drastic changes in these people because they are literally facing the enemy. People who cope don't face the enemy. They don't care. They're just anything that they can do to not have to relive their past is what they're going to do. And that doesn't benefit them in the long run. Because all they did was just push aside the things that are causing them to repeat the same mistakes. Because they don't have a clear understanding of themselves. And when you don't have a clear understanding, usually when you don't have a clear understanding of something, then you're going to keep repeating all the things that you're going to keep repeating the things that you are constantly doing on a regular until you find that order. Until you find and discover the true understanding, you're going to keep repeating the cycle. And as much as you may want to feel like you're not or that you're doing something different, in reality, it's not like that. You're literally repeating all the things that are causing you to fail. Things that are keeping you stagnant instead of progressing. Some people are just mentally unstable and sick. And will literally, y'all, like I can't stress it enough. Some people will literally drag you under with them. if you allow them to. If they notice or get the slightest hint of how easily they can manipulate you, how easy it is to gain and possess control over you, they are going to do that. They're going to do just that. But there will be a discontinuation in their efforts and consistency, especially if a woman throws marriage out there, because a lot of people don't want commitment. They are not ready for commitment. They are not mature enough for commitment. They literally just want to have fun. They do. They just want to have fun. And you have some girls who will literally settle, rearrange their whole moral structure based off of the looks and financial stability of a man. They will literally settle and degrade and trick themselves out just to be able to live a lifestyle they think and feel is so rewarding. And idolize the wrong type of people and then wonder why they can't figure out for the life of them why their relationships are turning out the way that it is, why their life is turning out the way that it is. You cannot base your life's structures on the structures of other people. You have to know what you want as an individual and work towards that. The grass is not greener on the other side. Everything that glitters is not gold. It's not. Figure out who you are and then put forth the effort into obtaining and acquiring that lifestyle. For a lot of people, it's quantity over quality. But from a mental and emotional standpoint, they can't tell you what that person does for them because they have no clue. They are literally willing to trade it all over lust. A temporary feeling they confuse with one of longevity, which is love. Something that is worth it won't be easily obtained. Nothing that is worth it is going to be easy to receive. It's not. Anything that is easy is not worth it. Because what did you really have to do? What did you really have to require in order to have it? What amount of work and effort, what determination did you need to have to get something? Their own qualities of self when they go on these dates or they get to know these people based off of the wrong qualities. You can't sit down and tell a person what you like or dislike, but then accept everything that you dislike from that person because of how they are on the outside, because they physically look good or they financially have the means. You sell yourself short when you give unlimited access to the wrong people. You are no longer the victim when you allow these people to have that much control over you. Nobody is listening to learn and understand the person. A lot of people are just listening to respond. Y'all start dating these people and get into these relationships and receive the total opposite of what you had a discussion about. But then want to be victim and act like that person is doing you wrong. How? If what you said was true, then you should be standing on that. You should be standing firm on your morals and beliefs. If you know your worth, nobody will be able to come in and knock you from that. They can't take that from you if you are content in who you are.